new scenario. We're hanging out at a jam. John and I want to do some club passing, and we want to be able to change modes while we're club passing, or we want some other friends to be able to come in and join us. That's why we created the open groups.
It looks so dope when they're all synced. It's worth it.
Definitely worth it.
Sync them and then pass for hours.
Yeah, you've actually been able to do this as long as Vision Clubs have been around, but the process has been extremely simplified and it's much more user-friendly now. And so we're still going to use page 5. Go to page 5.
Separate
1,
groups.
2, 3, 4, 5. And right now we're on the white group, right? This is our individual private groups.
Closed groups.
Closed groups. Enter adjust.
How about green?
And let it start to cycle.
Pick green. Don't stop on red.
Don't stop on red.
Red is no group. If you stop on red, you ungrouped your clubs.
Once you get to green, I select it. Now, these open groups are all the same radio channel, no matter when you select it. So we're not pairing them together, we're just joining channel X. And channel X is always the same. As soon as you go to channel X and you select it, you temporarily join the open group. At the same time, At the same time, you retain the private group or the closed group that you created with your quick grouping. So we temporarily joined the same group. It only took seconds. Now, one of the really cool parts about this is that once we turn our clubs off, they will revert back to the closed group that we originally created.
Now, when you're in an open group with other people, you don't want anyone to accidentally mess with your favorites or change your settings. So you can't save. You can adjust modes, you can adjust settings as a group, but it won't save. So nobody can mess up each other's things. Also, you don't want when somebody leaves, let's say they've walked away at an event, maybe they're in another room, they can't even see the rest of the group anymore, and they're like, okay, well I'm done, I'm gonna turn my stuff off. You don't want the whole group to turn off and separate. So now when you're in an open group, every unit turns off individually on their own. And then once they turn back on again, they'll be back in their own group.
But here's one of my favorite parts about this. Say we just finished up passing and maybe there's 4 of us and we're all ready to leave the open group. And so there's actually a way, rather than turning off every prop individually, to simply disband the group. And it's really easy. You just go back to page 5 and it'll immediately display the open group that you're in. And all you have to do is delete that group. Anybody can do it from any prop. I press and hold, it fades off. It fades off a second time. It comes back on as if it were going to save, which wouldn't actually do anything in this mode. And then it'll start flashing red. Once it stops flashing red, you'll see all the props respond by jumping back.
The group.
The group is
now back
disbanded.
in my previous closed group, it retains your saved closed group when you go to an open group. And so even if, let's say you've gone out and you actually have 6 clubs, you only brought 3 with you, they're still going to be in the same group with those other 3 clubs at home if they were all previously in one group.
Right. An awesome feature. Hope all the club passers use it.
Yeah, really, really great for when you have lots of props. Also awesome for like a dragon disc staff, for example, that could have up to 12 lights on it.
Yeah.
With the capsule lights, or if you have poi with handles and staves with 4 capsules in them, all kinds of scenarios, especially when you get together with your friends and having them all sync up is just awesome.
Yeah, you want to do a photo shoot or a quick video or something, and you want everybody to be synchronized. But
and just the feeling when you change the mode and like the whole room turns,
yeah,
green or pink or whatever it is, it starts flashing and then goes chill.
Yeah, it's a really fun feature. So, encouraged. Yeah.